for a hot second what is certainly a separate purchase, but a wise purchase. If you eat steak, I do. If you eat meats, we do. And I love a great steak knife. I also think that here, the choices in these steak knives are really beautifully illustrated. I'm going to take you through those choices, but I just want to say again, this is a set of 4 steak knives, also new. They are also, I mean, it's hard to believe, but it's under 20 bucks for 4 steak knives. Now, let's not forget, over here, this is our Arrow Ridge. That's our Arrow Ridge. Here, right there, is our Pine Grove. Arrow Ridge, Pine Grove. And then what is the far and away favorite tonight, and don't wait on it in the TSV or the knife set, because the clearance price, everything else in the show is clearance price, which means limited quantities, no reorder, cut rate pricing. That's our Stonecliff. Ellie, we have already 1,000 orders for the steak knives. Can you explain to everybody kind of the difference between a traditional knife and the purpose and really need for a steak knife from Lenox?
Right, so I am gonna hold, let's see if we can tell here. Up top is our everyday knife. Down below, this is our steak knife. So you can see the everyday knife has a little bit more of a rounded tip, where you can see the pointier tip on the steak knife. And also with this steak knife, it has a very sharp, serrated edge. And let me just tell you, Sean, I have been known to grab this steak knife, not just to cut through steak, chicken, any kind of meat, but to cut through apples for the kids. I've even cut up carrots. That's how sharp these steak knives are. And I don't know if you remember this, but there was a time when I would go buy wedding gifts for my friends. And if you wanted steak knives, they had a big wooden or a big plastic handle. They never matched the flatware. So I'm so excited that we actually have steak knives. They're gonna match everything else that you have.
I mean, listen, we are red meat loving folks in our house. We love a great filet. We had that actually for Christmas dinner. So I see tremendous utility for the steak knife. And it's funny because steak knives, a set of 4 steak knives from a premium designer 1810 stainless steel brand like Lenox, a set of 4 steak knives are never $20. In fact, there are some brands that you'd be lucky to get 1 steak knife for $20. Now, Ellie, I'm gonna bring all of our choices down here and let you do the honors one last time before we move on, because the steak knives obviously probably will not last the whole day. Here are our choices. Can you start me kind of on the end with that right there?
Sure, the Arrow Ridge.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's our Arrow Ridge choice. It has the teardrop shape, the delicate framing, and then the X down near the blade. Then we have the one that I love so much, the Pine Grove. And the Pine Grove is that more traditional piece, and you can see it also has, oh, I love that you're doing that, Sean. When the light hits it, it's so pretty. But it also has that delicate framing and that fleur-de-lis detail. And then last but not least, that Stonecliff. It's so beautiful with that square handle. It has that pebbling detail that almost looks diamond cut all the way around. And honestly, all 3 choices showcase that 1810 so well.
So we have fewer than, I think, 2,000 left in that Stonecliff for the day. The Stonecliff obviously being the one with the hammered or diamond cutting around the edges. You're getting 4 1810 premium stainless steel, dishwasher safe Lenox Continental size, which means they're weighty and they're hefty and they're balanced. 4 steak knives. And if you want more than that, because you have, during the holidays and a good time, a non-pandemic, you have 8 or 12 people, 20 bucks for a clearance price, just pick up as many as you want in a hurry, because they're not gonna last long. You know, Lenox,